Okay, good, it worked. I'm not a boomer anymore. So, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, lizard people, and variants thereupon. Welcome to the... Oh gosh, I'm having a total brain fart right now. Welcome back to Cocktail Hour. I'm your host, Weebo. Polly will hopefully be here shortly. He was the one that asked if we could push it back an hour, so... if he's not here, I'm gonna be disappointed in him, because... he was game an hour ago for now. So we'll see him hopefully show up very shortly. He's probably getting one of his bachelor platters, which I learned about earlier this last week. That was quite interesting. Volume is okay, check. And you guys can hear everything and you can see everything quite nicely, so it's all good. Okay, good to know. Good to know. A few announcements before we get started. I am still working on the video. I have hopes that it will be out before, well, on Thursday at the latest, if not Friday. So it will be out, and I won't have to get my makeup done by El Boyfriendo, maybe. In addition to that, you probably are aware, because Magog has made the announcement over on his channel, that the SideQuest cast and Magog of Morscar has consolidated and rebranded to the Wicked Guild, or Wicked Guild, I guess is what it's actually called. So let me real quickly just scoot on over to Wicked Guild. Let me see if we can see this. So yeah, the channel is now branded Wicked Guild. I think he said that most of the videos on the channel that are more politically aligned are going away, and side quests will now be hosted over on the Wicked Guild instead of on the side quest channel, just to make it easier for everyone who wants to see any of the content related to that world. It's over there now. Oh wow, hang on. Oh, close. That's all over there now, which is great. Or it will be, once we move it on over. So, tomorrow's side quest will not be on the side quest channel, or it will be on the side quest channel, but it's an announcement that it'll be, everything side quest related, I believe, is going to be moving over to Wicked Guild. Now, Wicked Guild is essentially just going to be a consolidation of all of the, characters from Magog's world, and their wacky antics. So that is Fiza, that's the Nameless Thief, that is Pentagast, that is Lyra, that is Alisteria, and Arcturus, as well as Magog, as you're aware. We're all going to be over there doing a whole bunch of things. We have a lot of fun little ideas in the works, and hopefully it won't take that long to get everything out. Collaborating over the distances that we have to is going to be a little bit of a something to get over, but I think we can manage. At least I hope we can manage. Let me adjust this so that it's no longer looking weird. So yeah, the rebranding is going to be fun. I'm excited for it. I am very much looking forward to that whole shindig. Why won't this move over? Let me adjust the chat too. Because apparently it's too big for everything that I want it to do. Now, if only I could find which one is the chat. Which one is the chat? I'm dumb. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. No, that's not where we go. There we go. How do I live? We want a height of, what, 500? Yeah, and then we're going to move it down here. And then we're going to adjust it ever so slightly. It's just going to be right. There you go. Good. Okay. Lock it. Bop it. Polka dot it. Oh, no! That's not great! Ah! I can't do this. Get your tail out of my view, child. That's why that doesn't work. Just get your face out of the way. Okay, I have to readjust this because now I've fucked myself. Chat. Properties. We want it to be 700 still, but it looks like 600 width is too much. We need 500 still. Okay. About 550. That gets us nice in the middle ballpark zone. Hi, welcome to the Cocktail Hour show, where your favorite zoomer boomers her way through a stream. This is so embarrassing. I don't know which one is the camera. I don't care. It's fine. I'll make it work. This is good. This is fine. This will do. Valentine demands worship. Yes, she does, actually. All the time. I love her to death. But I will love her to death. Just kidding. I love you, sweetie. No, she's fine. The other one I'm a little bit concerned about. She had 2 hairball regurgitations within the last 2 days, which is 2 more than I have ever seen in my entire tenure as her cat mom. And it means I am concerned. So if she does it a 3rd time, I'm taking her to the vet. That's the end of that. Anyway. You won't have that much to catch up to, Kyrain, because we literally just started, so enjoy my annoying voice at 1.5 speed. Anyway, so we're waiting for Polly. Wicked Guild is now the new side quest / Magog of Morscar livestream / fun little skits channel. I have lots of ideas. I've been just spewing them in the Discord chat that we have as a group to the people, and it's a good time. Does she get brushes? I think you meant brushed, and if I could brush her reliably without getting my hand bit off, I would, but she doesn't like that, so unfortunately, until I get the kitty Xanax, she has to suffer through the hairballs, I guess. It is what it is. I need to get them kitty Xanax, but it'll cost me a little bit, because they're not going to let me touch them with a brush for a prolonged period of time to actually formally brush them out, unless they're on drugs. Which is so great. Don't you love to hear that? Anyway. So, side quest. The video is going well. I have all of the assets and all of the script written out. I'm just going to look it over one last time before I go to bed tonight, and then after side quests tomorrow, I'm going to record it and slice it up. And then Tuesday, I will add in the video elements that are necessary, and it should be done by Wednesday. If not, I will stay up late on Wednesday and finish it until it's done for Thursday. But that would have to be after we do the playthrough of Strays. My life that I also have to do. Oh no, are we buffering? I hope it's not buffering that bad. Is it buffering that bad? No? Yes? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway. So who do we have in the chat tonight? We have Kyrain, Lion Patriots, Snoopy, yes, and 100 Straight Sith Male, Fucktard 5, love that name, Bear to Bear. It's great to see everyone this fine evening. Didn't you have a whole burger earlier?
I don't need your shit, okay?
We have cherries in the fridge.
Yeah, and guess where they're not?
In your mouth?
In front of me, yeah.
And neither were the goldfish, but you had no problem going to get the goldfish.
The goldfish were on top of the fridge. I didn't have to open the fridge to get them.
Yeah, but you had to go to the fridge to get them.
Yes, and it was one step closer than the cherries. Thus, I got those.
Okay, fine. But once those are gone, what are you going to do?
Buy another one.
Yeah, okay. That's the first time we've had goldfish in this house, and you didn't even buy it.
I know.
I didn't even buy it. Anyway. Our boyfriendo just walked into the room with the biggest thing of goldfish you've ever seen. Gesundheit.
Sorry, I speak American.
Meow. Hi. Hi. Oh, let me give you some lovin'. Some lovin'. Some lovin'. All of the affection. Sorry, you're gonna be my struggle buddy for the evening. You don't like this, do you? Do you? Good. Leave. Go away. Be gone, thought. You attention whore. Ah! Nope, nope, nope. No, get down, get down, get down, get down. Ha! I got hair all over me. All over my mouth. Ha! Is Polly hiding under the sheets from the lawyer? What lawyer? Oh, God. I don't know. But I have a hair in my mouth now, so this is great. The show is going fantastically. Anyway. You're a one hairy fuck. You're a one hairy pussy. Blah. So we're not getting monetized, are we? Indeed, we're not. Yeah, no, Polly's not here yet. That's okay. Gets here on the topic that we're gonna talk about. And I happened upon it while I was browsing Twitter this morning and yesterday night. It's kind of in the not mainstream, but it's the thing that has showed up on my timeline a few times, a number of times this last couple of days. So I have opinions, all right. I have a lot of opinions pertaining to it. I made a tweet about it too. It is probably like the only tweet that I made about it. So if you've been following me on Twitter, you might have some idea of what we're going to talk about. But I don't want to spoil it too much. 4 more minutes until we talk about it. Darth Mando, buffer. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's not much I can do about that. It says excellent connection for me. The stream health has been excellent, then no data, then excellent, then no data, and then excellent, and then no data. So unless El Boyfriendo is in the process of downloading some large video game once again, we should be good. No, he's just watching Dragon Ball. Babe, is that Dragon Ball? He's not listening to me. He's watching Dragon Ball. Or something akin to Dragon Ball. Fuck Twatter. Deleted. I'm kind of addicted to it. I know it's a bad vice to have, but I like to keep current on all of the drama that goes on the internet. So, it's how I found out about Christian trial. Which, oh boy. I hope that gets televised, because that's going to be my life for the next month or so. It is really toxic if you let it be toxic. I know, for instance, Midnight Thorn, she has the worst time on Twitter, and I think part of the issue is, at the very least, she lets it get to her, and she's on it all the time. And so the thing about Twitter is that you have to be able to, like, pull yourself away from the platform for a hot minute and do other things and not obsess over it. And I'm actually really, really good at doing that, unless I've poked the bear and I've triggered a whole bunch of people on the internet. And then, yes, it's toxic, but I like to respond. And I like to poke the bear more. It gives me such an exhilarating rush. I'm the worst. I'm absolutely the worst. It's not great. Not my proudest habit, but there it is for the world to see. Get your face back on that printer. You sit and you think about why you are sitting on that printer. Why you cannot be on the desk, okay? You sit there and you think about it. Sorry, I'm chastising my cat again. You're coming back to side quest, right? Oh, of course. I've been back. I've been back for the whole season. And last season, right? Right, I was back for season 6 too, right? Yeah, I'm coming back. Why wouldn't I be? Was that a concern? Did people think I wasn't coming back? Or did you not know that I came back, Kyrene? And I will agree with Lion Patriot, following a lot of floofy critter accounts helps too. It definitely helps deter from the monotony of toxic political bullshit that inundates my Twitter timeline like it's nobody's business. I also don't take a whole lot too seriously. Other people's opinions don't enrage me as much as they used to. Which, now that I'm thinking about it in retrospect, the fact that other people's opinions pissed me off as much as they did, because they, in my opinion, were wrong, kind of seems ridiculous. And even having the worldview that I did at that point, which was everyone's got their own story, and so try not to judge too harshly. I still judged pretty harshly, and I still do technically judge people, even though I am of the understanding that, hey, everyone's got their own reasons for doing things. There are some things that I'm like, yeah, but is your reason good enough for X? Is your reason good enough to do Y? Stuff like that. But I don't want to get too into it. Actually, I do. Let's talk about Instagram Mommy on Instagram. So let's make sure that that transition was made adequately. I need a third monitor up there in the sky so that I can monitor the scene changes, because right now I just have the two, and it's good for what I do, but I could use like 2 more monitors just for observation purposes. Anyway, so Mom Life Comics. You've probably seen such works as this one. Recently, my husband and I were unloading groceries from the car. Yes, this is an accurate depiction of our different unloading systems. And so you can see, as you can see, she's got all of the bags, plus all of the other bags, like the grocery bags, plus her purse, whatever duffels that she's taking with her to the store, and her husband next to her has the one bag in one hand. And I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm the kind of person to take all of the grocery bags that I physically can in one trip, just so I don't make as many trips. Actually, I am known to bring a banana box, one of those big, gigantic Costco banana boxes, out to the car and keep it in my car specifically for such an occasion, because I don't have, like, the strength to withstand all of those bags in my hand at once, so I will put them in the box, and the box actually helps me carry things in. But El Boyfriendo does what this woman is doing. So, unrelatable on very many levels. I don't have this problem with El Boyfriendo. But she keeps going. He goes, he walked into the house carrying a bulk package of toilet paper and said, "Where do you want this? We're out in both bathrooms. Can you split it and put half in each?" Yep. And he goes, And then she goes, like, asterisk at the corner. I don't want it anywhere. It goes where it goes. Which, you know, alright, cool. It has this place in the house. You should know that it has this place in the house. How long have we been living here? Okay, cool. But also, why are we breeding resentment with our partners? Anyway, about an hour later, while he was showering upstairs, I entered the downstairs bathroom and saw this. All of the toilet paper on the surfaces, not put away. Now this, I have had the occasion to endure. Now, we'll say, we don't have just one place where we have toilet paper. We have many places where we have toilet paper because we buy too much toilet paper and then we can't put it where it is that it's supposed to go, which is underneath the sink. So we have to keep it in the linen closet. And then if it doesn't fit in the linen closet, because that also has the paper towel and everything else, like linen-y in it, we'll put it in the hallway closet, which is a closet off of our apartment in the laundry room of the apartment complex that only we have the keys to. And so that's just kind of where I've been pushing all of our overflow and excess. So it's got our cooler in there for when we go up to the beach. It's got tax documents from the last 7 years. It's got miscellaneous baking goods and stuff for when I run out of that particular item in my baking cabinet, which we do have. It's got the wrapping paper for gifts and stuff. It's got tissue paper for gifts. It's got, you know, it's just miscellaneous overflow. Stuff that we don't use normally, but we have use for, and so it stays, but it doesn't stay in the main area where it's easily accessible. So it's just put away. But I can kind of understand, like, how can you not, how long have you been living here? Do you not know that the toilet paper is supposed to go away? When you say put away toilet paper, you want to put it away, right? So that makes sense to me. But the thing is, right, all of these comics, it's not just this comic. It's all these comics, so let's continue. We had company coming over soon, so I took a deep breath and put the TP in the closet where it goes. Later, when my husband came downstairs, I said, I saw what you did with the toilet paper. Are you trolling me? You are, right? You couldn't possibly have left the TP there for a reason, right? For real, right? To which he said, no, Teddy was napping and I didn't want to wake him. And FYI, sounds Teddy has recently napped through. Oh. Yeah, see, apparently the fact that I have the stream open and no one is watching it means that it's just going to go away and make that noise and give me a mini heart attack. So it is what it is. Ignore it in the background. Okay, so she goes, our kitchen is being renovated for 6 months on the same floor where he sleeps. My husband making a smoothie every single day, etc., etc. She goes, what? I should have just said, yes, I was trolling you, right? Yes, you should have. Anyway, that's not the way to handle this conversation. It's not. I'm sorry. A simple, babe, can you put the toilet paper back where it goes in the future would suffice. But obviously, that did not happen. She's not handling this very adult conversation that she should be having in a very adult way. Because yes, alright, everything has its place, but there is a way to get that message across that doesn't make you seem like a bitch. Also, the fact that she's making the comics in the first place and publishing it all to the internet for all of the internet to see and kind of just like degrading her husband is not great. Not great for her marriage, first off, but also it's not respectful of her husband. I don't know why I split that up. It's just not respectful of her husband, which means that it's not great for her marriage. Let's see. Here's the other one. This one is one that has been making people, or having people make memes of it. One of the many differences between me and my husband. Oh, look, the last ripe peach. I'll save it for the kids. They love peaches so much. My husband. Oh, look, the last ripe peach. I'll use it as a special treat in my daily smoothie. Okay. Subtle dig there. You could have just said, hey, I'll save it for the kids, to the husband. I mean, he lives there too. His money goes towards buying the peach as well. He has every right to the peach, so he doesn't know that you're saving it unless you say something to him. Maybe she didn't think, oh, he's gonna eat the peach, but that still doesn't make it right for her to go ahead and then, like, vent about it like this to the whole World Wide Web. Like, air her dirty laundry to a whole bunch of strangers. Here's another one. We're sitting down to eat breakfast. My husband is still in the kitchen. I say, will you grab a bib for Teddy? He says, where are the bibs? What I want to say in response is, they're in the same place they've been for the past 5 years, in the same place I put them every time I wash them and put them away. Presumably, the same place that you've gotten them for 1,000 times before. Unless, of course, you've never gotten either one of the kids a bib in the past 5 years. What I actually say in response is, in the corner cabinet, the same place they've always been. And that, my friends, is called self-control. I understand the initial thought process behind that kind of a question. All right, I can relate a little bit. You know, like, hey, this is the thing. This is the case. It's always been the case. How do you not know that this is the case unless you've not done the thing that I've done a million times? But this kind of coping, not great for your marriage. Talking with your partner on a one-on-one basis. Like, this is first grade level relationship type nonsense. This is tier 1 relationship type nonsense. This is communication skills, basic communication skills. This is what you are supposed to be learning in the first year of living with your partner. I would ask a boyfriend if he agrees with me, but he's busy with his Dragon Ball. But it's definitely like year 1 living together life skills that you learn with the person that you're living with. Like, it doesn't even have to be your partner. It can be your roommate. It can be anyone that you live with, your brother, your family member, right? You just, it is necessary to communicate with people on a level that's not super aggressive about the things that you need them to do. Because let's be honest, right? It's not like they just moved in with each other last week, a year ago. They have children. I'd say that they've been together at least for 5 years, probably more. And the fact is that this has not been worked out bodes ill for the future of their relationship. As I said, it is year 1 type of nonsense that you're dealing with here. Year 1 as in year 1 of you living together. Because you don't, okay, you might not realize this until you move in with somebody, but their habits are different from yours. You've not seen it?
No, I've seen it.
Yeah?
I've seen a lot of stories about people talking about their ex or current
partner.
Yeah.
But, like, the comics here, right? The ones about communicating with your partner about the things that you want, like, verbally, that's year 1 of living together kind of nonsense, right?
Kind of.
Like, you learn how to do that first year that you live together. Or you should have.
I feel like you should learn it pretty much immediately.
Well, yeah. But people grow at their own paces. And it takes a little bit of time to get into that groove. So I give it a year.
Okay.
Because that's how long it took me to learn how to do it. Took me like a year or so to be more direct with the fact that I knew you couldn't read my mind. I'm totally calling myself out here, aren't I?
I haven't said a word.
Yeah, no, I'm embarrassed. It's fine. Anyway, go back to your Dragon Ball.
You're dragging these balls across your face.
We are live. This is a family show. But yeah, so, like, I'd give it a year. Because, you know, people go at their own pace, and it takes time to integrate those skills. Not everyone's communication skills are what they should be. I know mine certainly weren't, but you do need to have a dialogue. But like I said, this is a lesson you should have learned pretty quickly. And you should have gotten to the point where, hey, he can read my mind. he doesn't know the thing. Because normally I'm doing the thing. Should I be delegating the thing? Or should I be more upfront with what it is that I need to get out of this relationship? I don't know. It's just a thing. The alternative here is that she's been babying her husband for the last 5 or 6 years and just, sucking it up buttercup for the last 5, 6 years because she doesn't have the capacity to actually have those conversations. And they're really stupid, simple conversations. Like, hey, babe, put the toilet paper away where it's supposed to go. Don't worry about the kid. Stuff like that, What other ones have I seen so far that were interesting? I mean, this is a treasure trove of content that I totally think could be talked about on a more deep level, but some of these things I don't really want to get into a whole bunch. Where was the other one that I saw? There was one other one that I saw that I wanted to talk about, and now I can't find it scrolling through. But yeah, she's got a lot of comics like this, and they just keep going. Anyway, you get the impression that she's not super enthused with married life with children. At least that's my impression of her. Did I hear that something needs caressing? Lol. No, you did not. You did not hear that. Don't worry about it. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. The Assassins of the Grey. She has been belittling her husband and not treating him like an equal because he is inferior to her for however many years, and his inattention to his passive... And his inattention is his passive-aggressive counter move. So, are you saying that they're both playing 4D chess with each other? Like, they're both being passive-aggressive right past each other? Like, she'll get mad at him for not doing the thing, but she won't actually say it, and then he'll passive-aggressively not do the thing because he knows that it pisses her off, and so they're just moving in tandem with each other. This forever dance of, I'm gonna piss you off, you're gonna get pissed off, and it's just gonna go round and round and round in a circle like a merry-go-round. I don't know. I'd like to assume that it's not that nefarious, that they just never quite learned how to actually have a conversation, and that she doesn't hate her husband. She just kind of resents him a little bit because she can't have that big adult person conversation. Or he hasn't quite noticed the thing because, he can't read her mind. I'd like to think that that's what's going on here. It's not that they both hate each other and wish each other a miserable long life. Or they were both socially unhealthy people who were taught to avoid conflict versus confronting the problem. That's entirely possible, too. There's a lot of people like that out there, I think, that are conflict avoidant, and as a result, don't make very good parents, partners, or self-advocates, to be quite honest. Because you do need to be able to face things head-on, and you can't be afraid to face things head-on, because if you are afraid to face things head-on, that's how you get people who can't even make doctor's appointments for themselves at the age of, 23. And yes, there are people out there like that. There are people out there in your life, probably, who are young adults who have never had to go to the store and return something, who'd rather keep a defective item than go through the confrontational process of returning that defective item for their money back. They would rather eat that cost than confront the person about the thing that is bothering them. And I think a lot of that hesitation, okay, a lot of that fear of conflict comes from childhoods that were heavily conflict-oriented. Like, there was a lot of conflict in their household at an early age, and so they want to avoid it as much as possible because they grew up with that, and they They just desperately don't want to deal with it, which I can totally relate to as someone who came from a very conflict-oriented household. I understand, but at the same time, you need to be your own advocate. You need to voice what it is that you want, otherwise it won't happen. You need to be that person, that go-getter in your life who goes, hey, no one else is going to stick up for me, so I gotta. You need to be the person that goes into the store and says, hey, I want my money back, bitch. This is defective. You need to be the one that reaches out to the chat bot on that one website and goes, hey, you charged me $25 this month for something that I canceled last month. What the heck? You know, and stuff like that. You're going to be taken advantage of whether or not you want it. Or, no, not whether or not you want it. You're going to get taken advantage of in your life. Whether or not it actually affects you in some detrimental way is up to you, right? So, the company is always going to have defective items to sell you. A person is always going to take advantage of your dedication and use that to the advantage if they're lazier than you are. Persons are always going to do less work than you if they can get away with it. People are always going to want to take your money from you if they can. You know, like, you have to self-advocate. I cannot stress this enough. It is of the utmost importance that you do. Can I help you, madam? Mm-hmm. Yeah? You want to come up here? Okay, but if you come up here, you cannot go on top of the desk and put your butt in everyone's faces, okay? So if you're going to come up here, you just got to sit here on my lap. On my lap. Very good. Yeah. And here's where this gets super important, right? If you are of the generation of people who grew up and is now conflict avoidant, and now you're having your own kids, and you're still conflict avoidant, that means you're raising a kid most likely that you're just letting do whatever they want. You're letting that kid get away with whatever they want to because you want to be the cool parent, the parent that is, you know, the best friend of the kid, the parent that lets the kid eat ice cream for dinner and break his iPad and gets a new one whenever he wants to because you don't want to put up with the tantruming. So you just placate the child. And that in itself creates a whole generation of self-entitled, egomaniac, self-centric assholes that no one wants to deal with. So you see, your conflict avoidance becomes a cultural problem for everyone else. And it is a plague upon society. That child is probably in for a rude awakening because no one's going to want to play with them as a child. But in addition to that, no one's going to want to work with them. No one is going to want to live with them. No one's going to want to marry them. And you know what's going to happen when that happens is they're going to stay in your basement for fucking ever because they can't get a job. They can't get a partner who, wants to put up with their nonsense. And they will live in your basement forever, being the self-entitled brat that you turned them into because you couldn't say no to them wanting a lollipop that one time in the supermarket. And and then you die in that household, miserable and alone, and your child still is an entitled brat. You will them everything, every last single frickin' penny, and they squander it all because they want to get what they want when they want it now, and then they end up homeless. And that is the life story. That is your legacy. Is that what you want? Do you want a deadbeat child? Because that's how you get it. It is a reinforcing cycle. Luckily, though, it's a genetic dead end. Or at least, it should be. But humans are like bunny rabbits sometimes. And so, unfortunately, even though one might not be a decent and ideal prospective life partner, that doesn't stop people. That doesn't stop a lot of people. And it certainly doesn't help that certain states, and I'm not talking about abortion, but don't advocate for birth control in the protective sense, like abstinence only sex education can only go so far, ladies and gentlemen. They're still gonna do the diddly. They're just not gonna do it in a way that protects them from having a mistake. That is a baby. So. That's my soapbox, ladies and gentlemen. How do you like it? Do I speak things that resonate to the people? Just curious. I would like to know. Hi. Are you going to be a nuisance? An unnuisance. Are you going to be a nuisance? And on that note, I am almost out of drink. So, I am going to take 5 seconds to go continue to pour myself a glass of this lovely... Ow! Ah! She was falling and she clawed my legs to grab purchase. Ow! You bitch! You slut! Go over there! You whore! No! That hurt! Ow! Get down! Get down! Anyway, on that note, why are you attacking you, Weebo? I'm not attacking me. I'm being attacked by a cat. And on that note, I will be right back. I need to go get some more cherry blossom flavored sparkly water, which is, we love it. So, give me 1 sec. And we're back. And I can't hear anything. Not that there is anything to hear. Ugh. Okay. Backstory the bearded. That cat has wanted to be put down several minutes now, and you are shocked at getting a warning scratch? No. No, she was crawling all over me. Alright? I was not stopping her from going anywhere. She just didn't want to go anywhere, and she wanted pets. And then she almost fell. And so she grabbed my leg with her claws, because I don't declaw my cats, which I'm very seriously considering with you, dear. Not really. She's 4 now. It's too late. Not that I would anyway, but I'll threaten it. She can't understand me, so it's no harm, no foul. It's fine. Anyway. So yeah, that is the vicious cycle of being too much of a little whiny bitch baby in your own head to actually have adult conversations with people, and the impact it has on the future and society at large. It is what it is. Yes, you would hope that these people create genetic dead ends, but that is a pipe dream, unfortunately. The only genetic dead ends you get are from people who think that children are the worst and refuse to have them. Which, I mean, by all means, but it's not my jam. Get those claw caps for Kitty. I don't think they would stay on. And that feels like an entire shenanigans to go through in order to get that done. I think, personally. I hope Polly's okay. I really do. He was supposed to be here. Cuteness and sarcasm, says Assassin of the Grey. Maybe. Maybe. Perhaps. The problem is with cats is that they don't organize, right? They're not pack animals. At least not house cats. They're not, socializing skills. But cats, actually no, the Egyptians, they worshipped cats, so I can totally see that happening. But that didn't last forever, did it? So, it's entirely possible. I think we'd have to think it over. We'd have to consider how cats stopped being, the Egyptian gods that they were in ancient Egypt. I apologize for the lag. I don't know why that is the case.
Thank you for your patronage.
Well, thank you. The next 6 minutes, thank you for your donation. Weebo, the nameless thief, has been quite the rascal in the game world. No gent is safe from her wiles. Anyhow, how have you been? I hope you get your project done soon, because I will eat popcorn while a boyfriendo cholifies the Weebo. The project is going well. I should have the first recorded part of it done after side quest tomorrow, which is going to be a short episode, a half episode, basically just to announce that we're moving everything on side quest over to the Wicked Guild YouTube channel, which is Magog's channel. It was Magog's channel, now it is the Wicked Guild channel. We rebranded, okay? So come on over to the Wicked Guild, subscribe. We've consolidated everything side quest and cast member related is just gonna go right there on that channel. And so that means merch, skits, in-character skits, live streams, all that jazz, all over there. So if you don't like Weebo, go over there. You'll get the nameless thief. Yes, indeed, Ocean Redux. If you don't like Weebo, you're kind of gay. Weebo playing a stream of Stray when? That is Wednesday this week. So, Wednesday this week, I will be playing Stray on the channel here. I need to come up with a thumbnail, so that's something I still need to do. And then I have to decide whether or not I want to make use of the green screen, or if I just want to do my little box in the corner. So, decisions, decisions, decisions. I'll probably decide tonight when I'm making the thumbnail. I'm currently watching through Season 2 of Side Quest. The comedy gold has been having me roll. Season 2. Season 2 and 3. Some of my favorite times on the Side Quest. And then after that, I think it was Season 6 and 7. Mainly because I'm there. My favorite seasons are the ones with me. Go figure!
What?
My favorite seasons of Side Quest are the ones where I'm there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Not because you're funny, just because you're an egomaniac.
I am an egomaniac. Oh, gosh. That's a family trait, though. I think it's genetic. What do you think of Magog's portrait of the nameless thief? Do you have a copy? I don't have a copy. I don't have a copy of anyone's portrait yet. I have been meaning to get one, but I had a few other expenses that came up that I needed to handle in before that happened. I had to kind of do a reassessment of my finances within the last couple of months. So some things took precedent over others, which was fine. Yeah, so that was fun. It was it was fun there for a second. Fun being the operative word that I mean literally not fun. Anyway, it's not genetic. No, my ego is totally genetic. If everyone in the family has an ego the size of mine, then it's got to be genetic on some level. Fun. Yeah, financial shenanigans is fun. It was COVID. COVID kind of put things in a fun topsy-turvy way for a little bit there. But we're back on track. Who knew that being out of work for 2 weeks would be as detrimental as it was? How long ago was Season 2? Oh gosh, I was a junior in college. No, was I was a junior in college, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was a junior in college when that was the case. It's not genetic. Oh, I already read that. Any Barbara stories? Nothing recently. I haven't been working with Barbara as much. I've been working with another person. He's an automation engineer. So he does automation stuff, but typically it's robot related. So we've been working on robot projects recently, and that's a lot of fun. Really, really fun. Was it Monday? I think it was Monday. Monday we actually got the robot to move using my GUI, and that was very exciting. was the first time I'd ever done that, and it's just it was so small and so stupid, the movement that we got it to make, but it was such a it was such progress for me as a programmer, because I never in a million years thought that I would ever be able to do something like that. I don't really know what I expected out of my software engineering career. When I got the computer science major degree, whatever, from school, I thought, I don't know, college didn't really prepare me for what it would be like to enter the workforce as a software engineer. It felt like I would be doing a lot more tweaks and learning how to do all these really complicated stuff and answering the question of what is object-oriented programming a lot more often than I thought I would be. But to be quite honest, it's not been the case. Most of what I've been doing has been floor to ceiling development of a thing that includes databases and GUI schematics and behind the scenes functionalities and integration with other hardware. So I turned on a robot. Yes, I turned on, connected to, and made the robot dance. So it was a tiny little, like, just it barely moved a centimeter, but it still moved. And it was great. Fantastic. Yeah, no, I had no idea what to expect, or that I should expect to be where I am today, having gotten my degree. Because in school, when you're a computer scientist, a lot of what you do is very basic level stuff, and it is very regimented, right? So you are doing what it is that they're telling you to do. You are getting the result however you can get the result, but within a pre-formatted code block, essentially. And you're only allowed to use what it is that you've already learned, and then you present it, and then you're graded on it. And they check you for plagiarism, which is ridiculous in the computer science field, because there's only so many fucking ways that you can orchestrate a for loop, but I digress. But, they're checking to make sure that you can actually do the thing. And it's so stupid and simple. But they're skill testing you. And then the other thing is when you take the test, because you take tests, and they ask you questions of like, okay, so what is this thing? What is this thing? What is this thing? Write out this kind of data type. Write out this kind of a looping function. Just stupid, how do you code this in this language? Which is ridiculous, because you can just Google everything, and your company will let you Google everything that you don't already know off the top of your head. And that's fine. And then everything is also copy and pasting. So it's like, why do you have to memorize how to write a for loop? Yes, it gets super easy after a while, but anyway, I'm going off on a whole rant. The thing is, the complexity that I'm at now, 2 years on the job, almost, actually, not even. I'm not even 2 years as a software engineer. I will be 2 years in December. But 2 years, almost, into the job, are miles and miles ahead of content that I was doing in the 4 years that I was doing it at school. Yes, I learned to code. But I learned to code before everyone else wanted to, so I'm cool. Yeah, it was such a culture shock, and it really did take me a while to get over the feeling of imposter syndrome, but I'm definitely over it now. I own the position. I feel so comfortable at my desk, in my own skin, doing it what it is that I do every single day, and I feel fantastic about it. And I never thought that I would get to this point in my life where I can confidently say, yeah, that doesn't sound too difficult. Of course, I will say, I don't know that I can get that done for you by the deadline. So we might have to give it an extra like month's worth of padding, because when you're a computer scientist, you learn very quickly that you are always supposed to give padding to your deadline, to your turnaround time, your expected turnaround time. So what you expect and what your customer is supposed to expect are supposed to be vastly different. So I could probably get something done in 2 weeks. But you're going to tell them it's 3 to 4 weeks. 4 weeks more likely. So that way, when you come back and tell them, hey, this is done in 2 weeks and 2 days, they're impressed. Because things come up in the coding process. Your IDE might have installed incorrectly, and so you might have to troubleshoot to the point where you reinstall it completely. Code might not work the way that you want it to because, again, one of your downloadable libraries didn't download correctly, or the version is wonky, and no one's figured that out yet until you did. Because that happens all the time, right? So programmers will update their libraries for certain languages all the fucking time, and then you go to update the library, and it turns out that some of the functionality is depreciated, so you have to redo everything. And that's a big hassle, but it happens all the fucking time. And so you physically cannot anticipate that at all, in any capacity. You have to expect the unexpected. And it's annoying, but it happens. It is expected. Murphy's Law is in full swing when you are a programmer. It is frustrating. But rewarding all the same, because cousin tight.
Thank you.
Because when you finally get that thing to do the thing that you want the thing to do, and it does it flawlessly, and it does it fast, and it is exactly what the customer has ordered, you get a sense of pride out of that. You're like, I did that. I own that shit. I made that shit. That's my baby. And people are gonna be using it. I'm gonna put my name on that. Ha ha! Everyone's gonna know Weebo Jones. Yeah, that's me. Did the thing. Ha. So, it is fun. It's worth it. I couldn't imagine doing anything else with my degrees. I love my job. I have a good time. Not a lot of people can say that, can they? Oh, neck. Not a lot of women in tech can say that they love their jobs either, which is something that I want to make a video on at some point. Because I see a lot of those day in the lives of a women in tech and whatnot. Or people blackpilling other women on what it's like to be a woman in tech. Or I heard a lot in college. We had this club for women in computer science. How difficult it was to be a woman in tech. And I can honestly, maybe that is their experience. Maybe they do have a horrible time with bosses that don't understand them, with bosses they can't relate to, with bosses that are super misogynistic, and with coworkers that just, don't jive with on any level because they're so completely different. But I don't have that experience. I mean, yeah, there is the odd coworker that just kind of like grinds my giblets, but she's a woman too, so no, I can't relate to every other woman's experience in tech in any capacity. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being the oddball out that goes, that's not my experience. I'm having a good time here. So long as people leave me alone to do my thing so I can deliver on a product that is exceptional, I'm having a good time. Yeah. Dragon S19, I can honestly say I love my job. Well, good for you. I'm happy for you. That's important. Snoopy SN 100. Unless you're repairing the programs that went haywire and not getting an adequate description of what went wrong. Oh, don't even get me started. I have 2 customers that I am desperately trying to get in touch with about a thing that they're experiencing with software that I am in charge of that they won't email me back about. So I have to actually go and call them and go, hey, do you still need help with this thing? And if they do, then we'll sit down and we'll troubleshoot it. And if they don't, then I get to close out the ticket. But getting in touch with them is seemingly incredibly difficult because everyone's super busy and their job is the most important. So, if they don't answer, that's when I go and get my boss and go, hey, can you reach out to this person's boss and have them reach out to me? Because, you know, you don't want to just go to someone's boss if they're ignoring you. You want your boss to go to their boss and go, hey, talk to this person. Do it. And still no Polly. I hope he's okay. Maybe he fell asleep. That's entirely possible that he fell asleep. Excuse me. Vexor the Bearded said, wasn't there a side quest RPG made? Did Weebo help in that? There was a video game. It's called Side Quest on the Steam library. I did not help with that, but I would absolutely love to do voiceover work for it if it becomes a thing. Unfortunately, my character is not in the side quest video game at the moment. I don't know if there are plans to include the rest of the cast in there, because it was made right before I rejoined after my hiatus. And it came out right after I joined, so I have, you know, I should play that on stream one of these days. I think I have it, actually. Do I have it installed, though, is the question. Maybe I'll do that on the channel, Wicked Guild, at some point. Play as the Nameless Thief. I'll play one of the other characters as the Nameless Thief. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. But yes, there is... The Nameless Thief should be a DLC. I agree. The Nameless Thief should be a DLC. But yes, there is a side quest on the Steam. It is... Is it a side quest with a space or without a space? Side quest, no space. Here, you know what? We'll look at it. How about that? Do 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 do. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba. How do I do a window capture? Window capture, window capture. Steam. Ah! I don't have this geared up. Are they gonna allow me to... Oh, I might have to do right monitor. Is it right monitor? Nope. Wrong monitor. I don't know what I am doing. Okay. Here is the side quest video game. Hang on. So that's the side quest video game. Oh, no, I don't want to play it again. Go away. Shut up. Ah! So that's the side quest video game. I am going to play it. It's added to my cart. It's one of 2 games that I still have to get. I need to get Stray. I know I do. I just haven't gotten the chance to get it. Stray went up to $30. Ha! I know! It's outrageous! Okay. Fine. Gross. Anyway. I need to get it before Wednesday. And then install it. It looks like a fun game. I'm excited to play it. Yeah? Are you excited for me to play Stray too? Come on. Up! Anyway. Let's go for another 15 minutes and then I'm hopping off because I gotta go to bed. Gotta go night-night. I got work. Some of us work for a living. Just kidding. I don't mean to shame people who don't work for a living. Maybe I do. Just a little bit. How much was the game? So, the side quest game is, I believe... Ooh. Sorry, there is a cat in my way. The side quest game is like $15. Stray is $30, so... I guess I am going to purchase $40 worth of games this month. Excite. Yeah. Side quests, the video game. You know, that's one area of computer science that I'm actually a little bit interested in as well, is video game creation. Could be fun. Thought about pursuing it. Not on a professional level, but more so as like a side gig. So, we'll see. Side quest, the flamethrower. Anyway, they're in my cart. I'll buy them tomorrow. I just need to shift some stuff around. In the meantime, I guess we can take questions now, ladies and gentlemen. Take picture of your cat with game controller for game stream. Thumbnailed. Hey, I see what you did there. I guess we could. But yeah, in the last 15 minutes, I will open it up for questions. So we will have questions, and I will answer them to the best of my ability, unless they are too invasive, in which case, fuck off. Snoopy has an 100. That is a lot of money. I thought Arcturus gave one of these games away for free several months ago. He did. So, we did a giveaway, and I feel like we should do another giveaway at some point, just to kind of promote it again. I did promote it on the Christmas stream when we were doing the Christmas charity stream. It was one of the several variety things that I presented for the variety show, which, by the way, that was a lot of fun. I need to figure out what I'm going to do, and like solidify exactly what I'm going to do for the Christmas stream this year. It's gonna be a charity stream, obviously, but I need to figure out what kind of charity, like, not what kind of charity, but I need to figure out how we're gonna do it, entertainment-wise. Do you know what it'll be for Halloween? I don't know what it'll be, but I know what I'm doing for the Halloween special, if that counts. Unfortunately, my Halloween costumes for the last 3 years have not been as thought out as I would like them to be. Unfortunately. But, nevertheless, I should probably come to consensus about what I want to do for Halloween, because it is my favorite holiday. I just don't have anyone to celebrate it with this year, or anymore. I mean, I do, but no one else is as passionate near me that I live by about Halloween as I am. That's my age. It's kind of sucky. It's okay. I'm not salty. You're salty. Hi, cat. Will you be my Halloween partner this year? Yeah? Oh, hey, baby. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Where is the otter? That is an excellent question. He was supposed to be here an hour and 18 minutes ago. And obviously that hasn't happened yet. I hope he's okay. He's hiding. And where are the cocktails? Well, it's not so much a cocktail as it is sparkly water that tastes like cherry blossoms. on another note, we are going to the Renaissance Fair this year. Me and Thorn. I'm not going to say when, but we will, and it'll be fun. And we'll take videos and pictures. It'll be a good time. Maybe we'll even post it on the Wicked Guild YouTube channel. I have to talk to her about it and see what we want to do, filming-wise. So that'll be fun. We're meeting up with Eve and Kayla, and I think Quiz is going to be there. Who else? Mr. Adam, Sanguine. It's going to be a whole squad day. Of course, we're not going to stay together as a squad. Probably going to branch out at the Renaissance Fair and then meet up for, like, meals and shit or whatever. Come together to drink. It'll be fun. I'm excited. I love the Renaissance Fair. That's not until later, though. I think people over 30 still celebrate Halloween. I'm not over 30. I'm only 24. I'll be 25 next year. Is that when I should start concerning myself with how old I am, or does that start 2 years ago? Is there a punishment for Polly missing 2 streams? More Barbie movie, perhaps? I have plenty to entertain him with. And he quite enjoyed Barbie and the Nutcracker, so it wouldn't be that much of a punishment for him, believe it or not. I could get away with it. Kyrain, Inquisitor of the Minions of the Zoo. So if you're not familiar with the Minions, go check them out. They're on the YouTube sphere as well. They are a live streaming group of individuals. So a whole bunch of people got together. They were all Lords of the Night fans, and they got together and they created a stream group, the Minions of the Zoo. I don't know which night is Quiz's night to host, but he is part of the Minions, so he does like a stream a night, or a stream a week, I guess. And I think he paints mini figurines while everyone else just kind of hangs. They are good people, agree. Tomorrow, when I'm not doing side quests, definitely go check him out. That is the Minions of the Zoo. If someone with a wrench could link in the chat, that would be great. Por favor. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about the buffering. It's telling me excellent connection, and there are no storms outside my window, and no one is chewing through my Ethernet cable. So there is literally nothing that I can do right now. El Boyfriendo has retired. There is no more Dragon Ball, and yeah. The only thing that I can think of is the powers that be do not want me to talk about the Minions. Probably. YouTube is dying. Ooh, I'm looking at the playback, and that is some lovely arm jangle. Yes, it is. Love my old lady arms. We're working on them. It's my biggest fear. Thank you, Sixie. Appreciate it. Indeed, go Power Rangers. YouTube is dying. Anyways, 8 more minutes in question time, and then I'm retiring for the evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions for your favorite Weebo Jones, leave them in the comments with plenty of question marks, and I will be sure to answer them. You know what I want to do more of? I really love skits. I love doing creative little skits that, you know, are silly but also make a valid point. I have a script for a skit. It could go in the video, but if it went in the video, it would take a couple more days to actually create the video than what I've given myself time for. So I think what I'll do is I'll split the skit and the actual video, and I'll just do 2 separate videos so that you have a short skit in addition to the video, so they complement each other. One is a companion, one is a companion to the other. So that should be fun. Although ideally they would go together. But it is what it is. I guess this means Polly will be in the birdhouse for missing. He'll be in the birdhouse. I'll put him there myself. Let's see. So, it's Sunday night. And does anyone have anything fun going on in the week? Because other than all of the everything that I'm doing this week, I don't have anything super fun. I don't have anything super fun and interesting going on with me. It's fine. Oh, I have date night on Tuesday. That'll be fun. I'm excited. Daniel Fullman, if you be anything for Halloween, what would it be? Alone, as a couple, and as a group? If I could be anything for Halloween, what would it be? Oh, gosh. I really want to do a Sango cosplay. Sango from Inuyasha. She's the demon slayer. She looks like this here. Let me go find her. Oh, wait, you're probably still seeing Steam. Oh, no, you're seeing my monitor. No. 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 We want that one. So I'd probably do Sango, one of her costumes, or both of her costumes. I could do both. I could see both. But I would want to make it from scratch. I don't know. There's just something really cool about the costume. You look like this. Why can't I select anything? Refresh. So she's got two main costumes in the entirety of the series. She's got her everyday wear. It's basically like a... Probably gonna incorrectly name it, but this is probably a kimono. And then this is her battle outfit, which is her demon slaying outfit. She's got Hidako's coats, which is just a gigantic boomerang made of demon bones. And then all of this other stuff going on. Knee pads and elbow pads, and I don't even know what this is. This is a front pad. And then the hair. I think I could pull it off. It looked cool. It looked cool. It could look really cool. Oh, so it's a girl costume. Yes, it's a girl costume. And she's got a two-tailed cat, so I could make it work, because I have a cat that is obsessively obsessed with me. What else could I do? Ooh, I would also like to do Starfire. Which version of Starfire? That's the question, right? So which version of Starfire could I do? Right now, I would feel most comfortable probably with... Ooh. I could do this version of Starfire. Not an issue. I wouldn't mind that. That would be fun. But... Eventually... Where is it? I could do this bottom corner version of Starfire. That'd be fun. It'd just be a one-piece bathing suit that I designed myself. Or the Teen Titans version of Starfire. That'd be fun. Definitely not the new 52 version. Maybe the 1980s version if I felt incredibly daring. And if I felt, like, really good with my body. And then obviously El Boyfriendo would be Nightwing, and then we would just be a power couple. It would be great. See, wouldn't this be adorable? It would be adorable. We could make it work. Especially since he kind of looks like Nightwing a little bit. Very, very minimally. He's got the dark hair and all that jazz. Anyway. 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes. What happened to the item you were sewing out of curtains? I remember you showing us on a dress form. It's still on that dress form and still in the current state. And the reason why is because I realized that I didn't like the original pattern that I was using. So I had to make some adjustments. And so the coat's going to be shorter. The sleeves are taking off, are being removed, and a whole bunch of other things are happening to it. But the problem is, I have yet to come to a decision on what I want the final product to look like. So I am going to have to completely figure out what I want. In the meantime, I have another coat I'm working on. But first, I have to get my Renaissance Fair costume done for the Renaissance Fair, which is just going to be a nice white tunic, an under-bust corset, some dark pirate pants, and a pair of boots, which I have to go find from the thrift store somewhere. What question did I ignore? Starfire or Firestar? Either is good. Firestar is a cat. A cat? I don't understand. What question am I missing? Bridget from Overwatch? Who's Bridget from Overwatch? Oh! Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can see that. I got the hair for it, certainly. Would I do it in the mech suit, or would I do it in whatever this getup is? I could do it in the whatever getup this is. Definitely. Totally. Anyway. And we're at time, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I'll answer one final question before I hop off. Slave Leia. Haha, you're funny. No, only for El Boyfriendo. Judge Anderson from Judge Dredd. Boots, not boobs. Snoopy, I'm sorry. No, the Patreon question. What Patreon question? What Patreon question? I did not see a Patreon question. Ask it again and I'll answer. And that'll be the last question I answer, because I have to go to bed. Patreon question. Where's the life-size cardboard cutout of Joe Pesci that your Patreon goal made happen? Ah, yes. So, life-size picture of Joe Pesci. I need to find the best picture of Joe Pesci. I did look into that, and I think where I left off with this decision was the only full-size picture of Joe Pesci that was not the one that I wanted. So I'm going to have to go through and find the exact Joe Pesci picture that I want to have made. Like, so you can buy a picture of like a giant life-size cardboard cutout of Joe Pesci, no problem. But it's not the image that I want. I want, here, let me show you. Let me be specific with my Joe Pesci. All right? I want this Joe Pesci on a cardboard cutout. All right? Or this one will do as well. But I have to actually, like, cut it out. Because Joe Pesci, cardboard cutout. Like, they have it. But it's not the right Joe Pesci. You know? Isn't Joe Pesci? It says Joe Pesci. Is that not Joe Pesci? Am I having an aneurysm? Did I spell his name wrong? It says Joe Pesci. I mean, yeah, no, it doesn't look like him, but it's a cardboard cutout of... Isn't Joe the same height as you? Is he? No, he's 2 inches taller. Joe Pesci is taller than me. Anyway. Yeah, so in order to get the Joe Pesci cutout, we need to cut out Joe Pesci from the movie. Anyway, in the meantime, know that it is in the works. It's on my long list of things to do. Not to mention, once I get him, I need somewhere to put him that he's not going to get wrecked, because he will be my pride and joy. It'll be an accomplishment of my life's work on this website. So, it's on the list of things to do, the bucket list of things to have, just to have them. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lizard people of all ages, I've been Weebo, this has been Cocktail Hour, and I will see you in the next one. So have a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your week. I will see you when I see you next. Toodaloo.